What's up, Taiwan? I'm Leslie Liao with 10 minutes of news from Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen has welcomed Guatemalan President Alejandro Giammattei to Taipei. As Rick Liao reports, Taiwan is looking to shore up its official diplomatic relationships.
Here at the presidential office in the capital Taipei, President Tsai Ing-wen has rolled out the red carpet for a rare visit from a head of state. Alejandro Giammattei, president of Guatemala, is here to reinforce diplomatic ties as they're put under pressure from Beijing.
Tengan por seguro que Guatemala continuará al lado de la República de Taiwán como un sólido aliado diplomático y profundizará relaciones en todos los ámbitos, en especial en la cooperación en áreas como salud, economía, comercio e infraestructura básica.
Guatemala is one of just 13 countries to officially recognize Taiwan's sovereignty. And as more countries flip to Beijing, Taiwan sees it as an increasingly important partner in the region.
也期待透过这一次的访问，我们两国不仅持续深化邦谊，也能够共同发掘更多的合作机会。
China views Taiwan as one of its own provinces and says it has no right to act like a sovereign state. Any recognition of Taiwan as a country comes with repercussions from China. Beijing has slammed Giammattei's visit, urging Guatemala to switch ties to China, a major trading partner. Last month, Central American country Honduras switched recognition from Taipei to Beijing after failing to get $2.5 billion from Taiwan that it asked for in aid. China has been known to offer what's been called dollar diplomacy, large sums of investment and aid in exchange for cutting ties with Taiwan. The Guatemala delegation has said they are not here for free money from Taiwan, but are looking for long-term investments. Guatemala is now one of just 2 official Taiwanese allies in Central America. The pomp and pageantry here is part of keen diplomatic efforts to maintain that friendship and fend off Beijing's attempts to isolate Taiwan internationally. Rick Yi and Rick Liao in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's defense ministry is tracking one of China's aircraft carriers that is sailing close to the country. The Shandong was last spotted around 120 nautical miles away from Taiwan's southeast coast. The ship is coming back from military exercises in the Pacific that started in early April. Those were launched in response to Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen meeting with U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in California. The military says it's monitoring the situation. A former Trump administration official and outspoken China critic is set to visit Taiwan. John Bolton was national security advisor to former President Donald Trump. He will travel to Taiwan at the end of April and is scheduled to speak at 2 pro-Taiwan independence events. Bolton has long argued for U.S. recognition of Taiwan and was a key architect of Trump's China policy. He later said that Trump downplayed the importance of Taiwan during his time in office. Paraguayan presidential candidate Efrain Alegre says that his country's relationship with Taiwan should be equal in effort. Here's what he said at a press conference on Monday.
Nuestra prioridad es el interés nacional. Y en ese sentido, yendo a tu pregunta puntual de Taiwán, estamos diciendo hace tiempo que es una relación diferente al común de las relaciones que se tienen con los países.
Alegre is from Paraguay's main opposition party and has pledged to cut ties with Taiwan if he becomes president. The country will head to the polls at the end of April. Paraguay is one of only 13 nations to maintain official diplomatic relations with Taiwan. These countries are often pressured by China, which sees Taiwan as part of its own territory, to switch official ties from Taipei to Beijing. Medical NGOs say Taiwan could soon face a shortage of pediatricians, as a shrinking number of births means less work. But as John Van Trieste reports, that's not the only factor driving medical students away from the field.
It's a profession facing decline. Last year, Taiwan's hospitals only filled 83% of their pediatric positions. This year, that's down to 70%. And for the first time ever, pediatric programs at Taiwan's medical schools have empty spots, too. It's a problem linked to the country's low number of births, which last year hit their lowest number in history. But a shrinking number of patients isn't the only thing pushing new doctors to other specialties.
然后还有给付制度以及偏乡发展的这个困境，其实是我们观察到比较扼杀妇幼这个大科发展的紧箍咒。
This could soon be a problem for children in need of urgent care.
再过5年到10年，你就很明显发现说，等到比较老的医师退休以后，就整个照顾小孩子的医师人数，在偏乡或者比较小的城市呢，其实人都不足的。
Pediatricians say there are ways to help the problem from getting worse. They want the national health insurance system to budget for enough doctors to care for 200,000 children.
不能在人口下降的过程当中，还是配合着你有做多少小朋友就给多少费用的这样的思维。
It's hoped that way, no matter how low new births fall, enough doctors will be around to provide Taiwan's youngest people with the medical care they need. James Lin and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's unemployment rate increased for the second straight month in March. Unemployment rose 0.03 percentage points last month, reaching 3.56%. There are now over 420,000 people classified as unemployed in Taiwan. But the government says the number of people with jobs also rose in March. It says the increase in unemployment is mostly due to people changing careers and looking for new jobs after the Lunar New Year holiday. Military factions fighting for control in Sudan have agreed to a 72-hour ceasefire. That's according to U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. The Sudanese armed forces and the Rapid Support Forces agreed to a nationwide ceasefire starting midnight on April 24th. The announcement comes as foreign governments evacuate their citizens from the country. It's unclear whether the ceasefire will hold, as 2 previous attempts have failed. At least 400 people have died since the start of the conflict on April 15th. Back in Taiwan, many people are getting ready to take academic or professional exams in the weeks ahead. That makes it a busy time of year for one of the country's temples. Charlie Storer explains.
May is a testing time for people in Taiwan. It's the start of exam season, and candidates of all ages, from school and university students to people looking to get on in a profession, will often seek some divine assistance. The Taiwan City God Temple is a national monument in the southern city of Tainan, once Taiwan's capital. It's organised like the imperial bureaucracy of the past. Below the city god himself are 24 secretaries, subordinate deities with their own areas of responsibility. Among them, there are 2 who get special attention at this time of year. The exam master assesses the performance of officials, so anyone taking any kind of civil service exam should appeal to him. Candidates for jobs that have to do with education turn to the academic affairs master for help. Different professions, different deities, as you may have gathered. People who want to be a doctor may pray to Shen Nong. He's the deity of agriculture and also the king of medicine. People wanting to be a lawyer may appeal directly to the city god himself. Administration and justice are his purview. Would-be architects and engineers should apply to Master Lu Ban. He was a real person in ancient China and invented several carpentry tools. And for military and police careers, it's Guan Yu, a legendary Chinese general. So, whatever test you're facing, there's always a higher power on hand to help you make the grade. Klein Wang and Charlie Storer for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of the flower parade at this year's Tulip Festival in Amsterdam over the weekend. I'm Leslie Liao. Take care and see you next time.
For more stories from Taiwan and around the world, visit TaiwanPlus.com and download the app.